Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's topic is crypt analysis, right? Then we'll also discuss what is cryptology. So when we are doing encryption, right? That is when we are converting plain text into our ciphertext and then we are sending the message, right? That is, suppose this is the sender and we have some receiver. We are trying to send some message, but because someone can steal our data, someone can misuse our data. So what we do is we convert our message into a coded format, which is called ciphertext, using some encryption algorithm, and the attacker will only be able to see the ciphertext, right? So what we are doing is, this is what we call as cryptography, right? So guys, in cryptography we are doing encryption using various algorithms. Okay, so but guys, the reverse process, that is converting this ciphertext into the plain text, that is unreadable message, we are converting this unreadable data into the readable data. This is what we call as crypt analysis without knowing the key, because in encryption guys, we use some key and then only encryption is happening. It is possible, but during this process, that is crypt analysis, what is happening is we are converting this ciphertext into the plain text. We are trying to convert it into this cipher into plain text, but we do not have the key. So in simple words, we can say crypt analysis is a technique of decoding the messages from a non-readable format to a readable format, right? That is, non-readable is ciphertext into this plain text without knowing the key. So this is what is called as this is what we call crypt analysis, okay, in simple words. Or we can also say that it is a science of recovering the plain text of the message without having access to the key. Okay, we are not knowing what is the key, we don't know what is the key, we are just converting the data from ciphertext into the plain text, right? Now in more technical definition, if we talk, then we can say crypt analysis is used to break cryptographic security systems and gain the access to the contents of the encrypted messages even if the key is unknown, right? So the main thing is that we are converting this non-readable format, that is ciphertext, into plain text without knowing the key. So this is what we call as crypt analysis. Now guys, there are various type of crypt analytic attacks. Let us discuss them one by one. There are 4 types of attacks. So first one is guys, ciphertext only attack. Let us see this diagram. Suppose we have the sender and we have this receiver, and suppose we have used some encryption algorithm and we have this ciphertext here. Okay, so receiver will decrypt this message and then only he will be able to understand the message, but there is some attacker in between. Okay, so what he will do is he will have access over this network and he will try to know the exact plain text using this ciphertext. Okay, he is only having access to this network and he just knows what, he just knows this ciphertext and he don't know anything, he don't know the key, he don't know the plain text. So what he is doing, he just knows the ciphertext and he's just trying to guess that key so that he can get that plain text back. So in this ciphertext only attack, this is the scenario. And in this second case guys, known plain text only attack, what is happening is, suppose for an example, this is person A and this is person B, okay, sender and receiver. Suppose there was some communication in between them some years back, suppose 1 year ago they had some communication. So attacker, suppose for an example, he got that data, right? So he is having, suppose for an example, he has some pairs of plain text and their corresponding ciphertext. Okay, so previous data, he has some previous data. Based on these data, based on this data, what he will do is he will analyze the things and he will try to decrypt this ciphertext. Suppose this is the current scenario, they are sending the messages to one another. Okay, A is sending this message to B, encrypting it and converting it into ciphertext and then sending it to B, right? So attacker will have access over this network. He knows that yes, this is the ciphertext, and he also have some plain text and ciphertext pairs. Using these pairs, using these combinations, okay, he will analyze, he will try to analyze that yes, this ciphertext is matching somewhere with this cipher. Okay, he will try to analyze the things like this. So he will use these pairs of plain text and ciphertext, and he will try to guess that yes, this is the ciphertext and this is the corresponding plain text. So he will try to guess the plain text in this scenario. So known plain text only attack, attacker knows some combinations of PICI, that is plain text and ciphertext, as I told you right now, and using these pairs he will try to decrypt this message, and based on these he will try to decrypt the messages, right? Now guys, let us discuss the third one, that is chosen plain text attack. Now what happens in this scenario, suppose there is a communication going on between the sender and the receiver. Okay, he is using some encryption algorithm and he has got the ciphertext, that is the unreadable format. Now suppose there is an attacker, he wants to steal this data, and let us assume that he gets the access over this sender's computer, right? And what he is doing is he is giving random plain text and he is getting their corresponding ciphertext, right? And he will use these combinations to understand this cipher, and he will try to decrypt this cipher, that is he will try to get the plain text. Okay, so he does not know the key, he's just giving some input and he's getting the coded messages, right? He's giving some message, suppose like hello, how are you, and he is getting the corresponding unreadable format of the data, that is ciphertext corresponding to this message which he has given. And based on these messages, based on this data, plain text and ciphertext which he has, he will try to use this data and analyze this ciphertext, and he will try to decrypt this message. So in this scenario, chosen plain text attack, what the attacker is doing, it is a model of crypt analysis which assumes that the attacker can choose random plain text to be encrypted and obtain the corresponding ciphertext, right? So he is picking up the plain text randomly, he is giving the plain text randomly, and he is getting the outputs, and using this data he is trying to analyze this ciphertext, and he is trying to convert this ciphertext into the plain text again. Okay, so this is the scenario. The goal of the attacker is to gain further information which reduces the security of the encryption scheme, and in the worst scenario what will happen, he will get the access to the key. Okay, so this attack can expose the secret information after calculating the secret key. So if he gets the secret key, he'll be able to know the he knows the algorithm. We assume that he knows the algorithm, right? And if he will get the key, he'll be easily be able to decrypt the ciphertext. So this is the scenario in the chosen plain text attack. Now the fourth one, let us see this with the help of a diagram. Suppose guys, the same scenario, sender is sending some messages and he has used some encryption algorithm. So this is the ciphertext, and this attacker, he's trying to steal this information, right? So he has the access over this network. He knows that yes, there is some communication going on, and this is the ciphertext. So what he wants to do, he wants to decrypt this information, he wants to know this message, so he needs a key for that, right? So what he will do is, suppose we assume that he gets the access over this receiver's computer, suppose for an example. So what will happen is, he will give this receiver, that is this machine, some ciphertext. Suppose some random message he gives this to this machine, right? Like RXY hash dollar, some unreadable format data is there. He's giving input to this computer, right? And the output which he gets is the plain text. So he will give some coded messages, and he will get some plain text corresponding to that, that is some readable message. So he will try to do this a lot of times. So he will have what, he will have some data, that is he is giving some unreadable format data and he is getting some readable format data, okay, which makes sense. So he will use this information, and he will try to analyze this ciphertext, right? So using this information, he will try to analyze the ciphertext, and guys, using these combination, he will try to decrypt this cipher. Okay, so this is the scenario in this case. Now let's see the definition. Attacker can analyze only ciphertext and gets their corresponding decryption, that is the plain text. Okay, this is what I have told you. He is giving some inputs, which is the ciphertext, and getting some output, that is the decryption of these coded format, that is the plain text we are calling here PI. And his goal is to acquire a secret key, or to get as many information about the attack system as possible. Okay, so he wants the key so that he can decrypt the message very easily. The attacker has capability to make the victim decrypt any ciphertext and send him back the result, right? So this is the scenario what I have explained you over here. This is the same thing, that he is sending some coded messages and he is getting some output which makes some sense. Okay, this is what we call as the plain text. Now guys, thus by analyzing the chosen ciphertext and the corresponding received plain text, the intruder tries to guess the secret key. Okay, so he is giving, why the name chosen ciphertext attack, because he is giving some ciphertext to this machine and he is getting some output, that is what we call as the plain text. So using this information, he is trying to analyze this ciphertext, and then he is trying to get the key so that he can decrypt the information. So this is the scenario in the chosen ciphertext attack, right? Now what is meant by cryptology, guys? Let us see this also. Cryptology is basically divided into two parts, which is called cryptography and crypt analysis, which we have just now studied. Okay, this is crypt analysis. I have not written it completely. So in cryptography, we are using what? Encryption. We are using a lot of encryption algorithms and all. What is cryptography? I have made a separate video for that. You can check my another channel. I have uploaded it in Hindi right now, guys. In that playlist, I have uploaded approximately 55 videos in Hindi. If you know Hindi, you can watch that. In English, I am making the videos, okay, on the request of my subscribers and for you guys. And the second part is the crypt analysis, which we have studied just now. So guys, cryptology simply consists of cryptography and crypt analysis. Okay, so in cryptography, we are encrypting the messages using some algorithms and using a key concept. And in crypt analysis, what we are doing is we are trying to get that plain text back using some, without using the key, right? So this is what we call as crypt analysis. Okay, we have read it just now. So in cryptography, it is a study of codes, both creating them, by how we are creating the codes by using encryption. Okay, we are converting the codes, that is the unreadable format, which is what we call as ciphertext, and solving them. And how in solving them means, this is the part of crypt analysis. Okay, we are trying to know that yes, this was the exact message. So guys, that's it from this video. If you like the video, click on the thumbs up button, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can join my Facebook page and Telegram page for each and every video update.